admitted to nearly the extent of his cheating. But if you sort of take what chess.com say, then he cheated a bunch online in a certain period of time, partly in tournaments, but mostly in casual games, as he set himself to sort of get himself up the standings and play the best players in the world.
But he is a very good player.
I think he has become a very good player, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So what made you convinced that he was cheating in that particular game? And by what method do you think he could possibly have been doing this?
Could you hear something? Was it like burnt? You're hearing vibrations?
You see his seat shift.
Yeah. You're smelling something? There's a whiff of something in the air?
Yeah, I mean, that would have been the smoking gun, I suppose. But I think there was a combination of things, though, based on the chess level that I thought that he had, and that I'd seen from his game, both playing against him, analyzing a little with him, and looking at his other games. There were a lot of stories back then. The thing is also there's a Netflix documentary coming in a few months that sort of where I'm telling my side of the story. So I kind of go too deep into everything, but
as far as cheating goes. So that's kind of the thing that this is. I mean, I'm skeptical of this. The cheating issue was discussed more broadly during I covered this. There have been so many cases of people who are acting suspiciously, who are having suspicious results based on the data. But if you're not cheating in a dumb way, there's really not going to be a smoking gun. Without the smoking gun, it's hard to catch people. The 34-year-old also spoke about how chess is evolving in order to counter the dominance of computer preparation. Okay. We are trying to actually make chess a bit more difficult for classical format of chess. Now computers are so strong. Preparation has gone so far that the thought of sitting down at the board and not just thinking on your own from the very get-go is not there anymore. When people talk about this, I am partially in the view of Magnus, and I'm just going to say is I think most top players the same way. Most of the top players, I think, do not believe that Hans cheated in that Singfield Cup game. But that being said, I think a lot of the top players still are very uncertain and have a feeling that something was wrong in some tournament somewhere at some point. So I'll just get that out there right away. But I think that ultimately the fact is that when you say without evidence, everybody knew, whether people want to try to dilly-dally around the issue, everybody knew that Hans had been banned for online cheating. Everybody knew that. So that already, when you say without evidence, that already provides credible reason to be suspicious. That alone provides a very credible reason. When someone has cheated online and they've been banned, you know that something is wrong already to begin with. So when you say without evidence, there's already very credible evidence. You add in all this other stuff. I mean, it's understandable to see how you get there. The tragic thing is that Hans has benefited, if anything, from the cheating accusations that made him famous. Oh yeah, that's actually the irony about all of this is that Hans basically tries to act as though he's been wronged and this, that, or the other thing. He's far more famous now than he would have been. If he were just a 2,700 player just playing tournaments, nobody would care about him. Nobody would know who he is. No, I mean it's definitely been hugely beneficial for Hans from that standpoint. Definitely, no doubt about it. So it's kind of funny to me. It's kind of funny in a way because the reality is he's probably right now. I mean, I would argue the fourth most famous person in chess. I mean, right now, after myself, Magnus, Levy. I mean, by numbers, probably there are people like Cigar or others, but legitimately, if you look at actual players, he's the fourth most famous person in the chess world right now. So he's benefited immensely from it. He has. Which I don't think I don't know if that's a great thing ultimately. I don't know. I mean, you cheat and you get rewarded for it basically, but it is what it is. So, okay. All right. I thought we were at the end of the article, but we aren't yet actually. Freestyle chess.